CCI is a 5-year-old firm headquartered in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We are an SAP solution firm specializing in SAP software and training solutions for our clients. What makes CCI so special is our staff. We bring in the best and brightest minds for everything we do. We are a revolutionary in our training, education, and solution implementation because we take responsibility. What a revolutionary idea, responsibility. We are proud to be one of the Future 50. Thank you.
We're with American Family.
We're with American Family.
We're with American Family.
Because American Family is with us.
American Family Insurance Agents.
Live and work right in the community.
Right in the neighborhood.
So they care about us
and the neighborhood.
Service is professional.
The handling of claims is quick.
And the peace of mind is wonderful.
We're with American Family.
We're with American Family.
American Family Insurance.
All your protection.
Under one roof.
American Family Insurance.
And now back to Focus on Diversity with Troy Shaw.
And welcome back to the program. Let's continue our discussion on diversity. You know, we were just talking about the English only language in Oklahoma, where Native Americans are really making a big stink about, hey, we're trying to get rid of our tribal language. Robert, you didn't have an opportunity. Please, by all means, go ahead.
The whole English language, English first movement is ridiculous. It's hysteria being fueled by extremist individuals who see a threat where there is none. And this push for English only, we didn't need to push English only across the country when the early immigrants arrived. And if there's a law that needs to be established so that the country can continue to move on speaking English, I think it's a law of nature. Let it just happen, and let it happen in a free society the way it has been happening over the last 200 years.
The issue, though, is tax money. Do we want government spending money on trying to communicate in 10,000 different languages, or are we going to say this is the one central language and use all that money that we're wasting trying to communicate in all these different languages, offering the ability and the programs for people to learn English? And it's either a unifying language for the country or it's not.
Taxation,
and I think it is. I think that's what we should.
You got to have those people who pay into the tax system a way for them to understand what they're getting themselves into when they're dealing with the government.
Kracker, last comment.
Well, and plus, it's Oklahoma. It's a good old boy state, do you know why they're doing this? Because some of the Hispanics from Texas are moving up to Oklahoma. Oh, no, we got to get it. English. That's what it's all about. It's Oklahoma.
There has to be a universal language that everyone knows how to speak. What I would grant it, I'm learning how to speak Spanish at present. I'm learning how to speak Spanish, and I think it's a power to be able to do that. But do we then utilize the governmental systems basically to communicate with 50 different communities across the United States? I don't know how effective that is.
There is no threat to the English language in the United States. Continue the process that we're in. Let the people assimilate into the language on their own. Right. That's what a free society is all
Leads
about.
into our very next topic, offline. According to recent reports, Latinos are not going online as much as non-Hispanics, whites, and blacks, even at younger ages where internet use is far greater. 56% of Latino adults use the internet compared to 70% of whites and 60% of blacks. It seems as if a lot of Hispanics are not using the internet these days. What do you think that's maybe?
Well, the Pew Center on Hispanic Studies indicates that in that same article that the reason is because over 2/3 of the population are people who are coming in from Latin America. And, they're coming in from nations that have extreme poverty, households that just don't have PCs. And the whole PC phenomena is catching up to them when they get here and their kid goes to school and starts getting turned on to the internet. And then that's when they're realizing, look, my son is learning something here, but they're not on the internet. It's their children who are on the internet.
Okay, Greg, what do you think about that?
It's because Hispanics are busy working. We're lazy white people and black people. We're online. That's what we're on MySpace killing time. No, in all seriousness, no. I totally, with my Puerto Rican poppy right here, I got you. It's true. When you're coming from countries where you can't afford, carpeting, are you going to have a Mac plugged in online broadband? No, you're not. So it's a new phenomenon, but if you read more into this, it did say that there's a difference between, Hispanics that were born in Latin America versus the ones that are already American-born.
Exactly.
If they're already first, second, third generation, they're online as much as the rest of us are looking up weird stuff. But yeah, it's definitely the immigrants that are not online as much, and that's just simple.
I was thinking, Mike, that perhaps maybe someone else is going to catch on to this, but maybe it's because they can't speak English.
I think it's a cultural issue. It has a lot to do with what Robert said about where they're coming from, their social economic background. But I think the cultural issue spans beyond the Hispanic marketplace. I mean, black, white, Asian. The younger culture, the younger workers, the younger individuals are just more internet savvy than the older folks.
Well, it comes right on down to this. Are those Latin Americans that are coming in from these different countries, are they willing to, I'm going to just say it again, it really does lead into the last conversation, are they willing to assimilate into this kind of culture?
I think there's merit to what Kracker said in regards to the work ethic here too. You've got these families who are coming in, working in these low-wage jobs, working possibly 3 jobs for a healthy check at the end of the week. Mm-hmm. And so it isn't that there are no Spanish internet sites. Latin America is, despite what many people think, in the 21st century, they do have Spanish sites. It's just that this population of people in the United States is doing everything they can to provide for their children the opportunities they didn't have in the countries they came from.
And also think about the jobs that they're working. I mean, most of us here probably have desk jobs. It's a PC. What do you do on downtime? Right. You're on MySpace. You're checking your email. You're looking at this. No offense, but the hard labor, blue collar jobs that a lot of the Hispanics from that are immigrating are taking. There ain't no PC in front of you, man. You're working. You're actually working for 8 hours a day, and there's no computer around to waste time with.
I'll give you the last word on this, Mike. Go ahead.
I don't think I can top Kracker.
In any case, gentlemen, I think for the most part there is a disparity. I mean, 50% is not bad, but when you're behind African Americans and other Caucasians, as far as that's concerned, there is a bit of a concern. I can definitely see Microsoft kind of like playing into this and say, hey, look, we need to kind of like to generate something in the market. And when we come back, we're going to keep the diversity heat. Stay with Focus on Diversity. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Andy Schlesinger, president of Andrew Toyota Scion. It's been said that word of mouth is the best form of advertising. With that in mind, I invite you to listen to what our customers have to say.
Whatever I needed, the service was done in great timing, and I was totally satisfied.
A few years back, had extensive damage to one of my vehicles, and fortunately the body shop did such a nice job you couldn't tell it from new. I was very pleased.
Andrew Toyota Scion, 15th and Silver Spring, where customer service is not a department, but our passion.